Anyway, we're going to move on to Genie versus Cool from the Clash tournament. And this is a Genie beat Nightmare to get hit. Nightmare dropped down to the losers brackets. Let's have a quick look at the draft. For the maps at least. Dark Forest got random there, so I don't know if that's just Cool didn't care about his ban. Genie bans Mediterranean. Is VNS just literally just clicking random? That's a little bit troll, maybe just doesn't, like I said, doesn't care. Wow, this is a little bit BM. He had issues. Is his issue that he kept clicking the dice? Is this... He couldn't load. Actually, I think KT... I remember KT had problems with his, because there was that one game for him I ended up having to do the draft for him. Is this not the right draft then? Is this the wrong draft? Let me just double check again. Oh no, Jesse's taken a screenshot of this screen, so I think it's right. Oh right, he just told you to go all random. Interesting. All right, okay. Is that the same for the Sims as well then? Like I said, I ended up having to do the same thing for KT. I can't remember what the series was actually. So this will be interesting then, because Cool's going to get full random civs. Obviously, maybe you could argue that Cool could use the handicap, as he's one of the strongest players, if not the strongest AOE1 player. Randomly banned Lack Viat. It's not a bad random ban there. Egyptians was banned by Genie, I guess for Citadels. Shine by Genie. Random Carthaginians. That's not a bad first pick. Phoenicians, Genie grabbing that. Chose some Babylonians. Not quite as strong. I guess you can use Babylonians for Citadels. I don't mind them there. Persians from Genie. Let's see. I don't even know really how to even call this draft, because it feels like Genie's just going to be able to just pick whatever I mean, he could just take like Yamato here. He could take Hittites. Yeah, Hittites is a good shout. Romans, Sumerians. So yeah, Yamato would be logical here for Genie. And then just whatever he fancies from the rest. Greeks and Assyrians was randomed. So yeah, a little bit unfortunate for Cool. Like I said, he got Carthaginians and Romans, which Roman's not like a top tier pick anymore, but still a decent civ. So he has some stuff to play. Like I said, you can use Babylonians on the Citadels map. They actually match reasonably well into the Hittites in the Bronze Age. Once the Hittites, if the Hittites can get to the Iron Age, it's a little bit rough for the Babylonians again there, but they at least have some chances. 20 GMT, okay. 20 GMT is in half an hour. So, I mean, I can switch back after this, I guess, as he just posted now. Just double check it. Yeah, it was 19 GMT that he put. We'll stick with this for now. Just get us into the first replay then, since we're not going to have much time, I guess, to go through all of these. First map, of course, is on Highland. Spectate with Capture Age, I will. Mute the music. So, VNS.CooL does use his Carthaginians on the first map into the shank. That makes some amount of sense there. Oh, that was a little bit... The Capture Age has got a little bit jittery. I guess I probably should have started it manually. I think it's because, yeah, when you launch it through the game, it takes a little while to load up. LOL Genie map. Yeah, that's a little bit unusual. Is there a gap in there? There is a very small gap between that wood line. You can just see where the villager slipped through. It's probably a good job he did spot that early on. But yeah, pretty easy map for Genie to just wall here to here, here to here, here to here. Gets an extra berries inside there as well. A little bit awkward for his second elephant that's on the other side of the wood line there. I think he should be able to maybe just about squeeze that through the wood without too many problems. And CooL going for the middle now, but Genie's already on the way to the middle. Just have a quick look at CooL's map. A lot of his wood is at the back, so it's sort of a little bit more, quite a big open area around this position. Oh, that's interesting. Genie didn't go all the way to the middle of the map there. CooL also a little bit off the mark. So actually the two central elephants are still there. The outer ring of elephants are both being spotted. I don't know, it'd be interesting to see if CooL does just keep searching for these other elephants, because presumably he knows that that's not the only elephant here. Although the way he's moving kind of makes me think he is just going to take that one elephant. We'll see. There he is. Okay, well that's slightly odd for Highland, as the two central elephants are still in the middle of the map there. And I guess, yeah, he must have squeezed that one elephant through, but he's going to wall that up. So it's going to be quite a big lure to go around here, so that'll be a little bit of time wasted if you just trying to find that other elephant. But yes, Carthaginians, obviously not quite as strong as this Shang economically after the start of the game, but with a few extra starting resources can get some work done. And obviously in the hands of CooL, still going to be a monster threat going into the early tool age. If Genie can take advantage of those cheaper villagers of the Shang and just keep that production going through the tool age, though, maybe he can get himself up to bronze age first and try and get himself a good position. We'll just have to wait and see. Extra villager already going out in a little search. Not quite in the right direction, unfortunately for CooL. Be interesting to see if he just like slaps down a barracks. Sometimes people just slap one down like, here's probably fine, and then just start making clubbers. He's a little bit short on wood for the time being. A little ways off the 500 food he needs for the age up. Only 1 second idle time from both players though, so pretty clean Stone Age so far. Second elephant is nearly running out for Genie though. Ooh, actually, villagers are actually going to spot each other. Neither player seemed to notice though. Ships in the night, as they say. CooL didn't quite see the ruin either. But now CooL's more or less in the right spot and now captures the ruin. Obviously he doesn't really know. All he knows is that Genie has seen that. Is he just going to slap down? I mean, this gold's probably going to give it away. Slaps down the barracks. Unfortunately, Genie a little way off the mark as well. Both players have clicked up 20 pop apiece. About the same sort of idle time, only 5 seconds difference. And this clubber production going to be out for CooL a lot earlier. And for us, this barracks is completely in no man's land here, which is going to be very bad for Genie. And he is going to hit tool age very slightly faster. But these clubs are going to be nowhere near their mark. CooL basically already on Genie's face. So always the risk of going for the forward barracks. If you don't get that paint close to your opponent's actual base, get the actual knowledge of where your opponent is. Can I show CooL scouting? You sort of had a look around here. It's a little bit odd, because I guess he didn't check here. I don't know if there's like some give that he realised that his opponent wasn't on that side. Already got good walls. Yes, walls already been set up. Well, Genie's actually managed to wall that up before the club has actually got in, but it still is open this side. Is that okay? Market going down. I don't think he does know where the barrier is. That surprises me that they went for market this early. And there are 4 axes out. But yeah, CooL's going to be basically fully walled. One villager is trapped a little bit outside. But yeah, CooL basically already, yeah, completely walled in now. Just taken like ownership of the corner of the map here. Close ward. Didn't want to take up this big expanse, but let's have a look here now. Axes are in. No needleworking coming in after the next villager. It's going to force quite a bit of idle time. And archers are coming out. Where exactly is the archery range though? Is the archery range up here? That second barracks also a bit off the mark as well. Villager goes down. Needleworking in now. But a lot of the eco's already been idle for quite a while. Like CooL's already ahead of 4 villagers. Axa is going to get taken down. Probably needs to not send that many villagers, but Genie a little bit panic stations. Bow's already out for CooL, defending against the Axa push. And needleworking, changing the outcome of that battle there. Needleworking actually isn't already for CooL, which arguably he didn't really need to do. He's on the completely on the front foot. I'm just trying to find, does he still have a forward villager? He just built the barracks and then pulled the villager back by the looks of it. But yeah, most of Genie's initial push being thwarted. 7 kills, so 5, yeah. Axes killed as well already. Genie is going to get his walls up, but he is 5 fills behind already. CooL didn't get his deer, did he not? Oh yeah, he didn't. Maybe, yeah, I'm still kind of confused why nobody went for those central elephants. So maybe CooL just assumed that he was already late to the centre, so they wouldn't be there. Excuse me, but I don't really get why Genie just settled for the 1. Maybe he just thought CooL had already taken him. Had a gentleman's agreement just to leave them. But yeah, Gazelle just still out front. CooL not really feeling the need to grab those. And just sort of settling in to this game now. CooL just going woodworking. Not trying anything too ridiculous. Another storage pit going back up on the back wood there. As the berries start to run out. Genie's going to take his extra berry patch as well. Couple of archers just plugging away at that barracks. Will very, very slowly get taken down. But yeah, Genie's pushed, not really get any damage in. And like I said, the idle time was the main thing. It was only actual 2 villager kills, but just the idle eco has resulted in a 6 villager lead instead of just a 2 villager lead. And Genie is adding in some more axes. Tool working coming in as well. It's going to be difficult to do much with the bows. The axes with this many bows already out on the field. 2 archery ranges. CooL still pumping from both. And I mean, Genie could have switched into the slinger at this, by this point. But I guess he didn't really know exactly what CooL would be going for. I think CooL should be fairly easily able to take this fight. I don't think, there isn't any archer armor in, but you can just kite this out. It does lose 1 archer, but Yeti uses it. Sorry, I keep saying Yeti. I don't know. I've got Yeti in my head. I was meant to be casting Yeti now. Genie going to lose most of the rest of his units. Just got to not get too distracted. And there we go. Slingers are being added in. But CooL had his eco set up nice and cleanly. He's already able to click up to the bronze. And I said earlier on, if Genie was able to use the Shang eco to sort of get him up to bronze, then maybe have a good shot. But again, he's just a little bit behind now. Storage pit going up there, just make those lumberjacks a bit more efficient. And yeah, domestication. It's always a little bit weird when they get domestication at this point. I guess you probably will add in some more farms, but like this doesn't retroactively add food to your farms. So it's like you've already built most of the farms you're going to build for the time being. Anyways, another bit of a battle at the front, and Cool actually does lose a couple of bows there now that the slingers are in. No stone working on those slingers though. It means Cool can... I mean, he could have chosen to kite this out with the bows, but instead he's just going to full show of force. Well, yeah, Genie's just being suckered into the tool wars at the moment, still committing food to making military units. And I mean, I guess Cool still adding bows in his own, of his own, I should say, which is maybe thinking making Genie think that that Cool isn't up to the Bronze Age, but he'll obviously see that now as it comes in. And now it's going to be, I think, probably a little bit of panic stations for Genie. He knows he's on the clock. House probably will get taken down. The wall is already up behind it. There's a little weak spot there where it's just house in the wall. No actual wall behind it. Genie is going to be able to click up to the next stage soon. But we'll coming in. Cavalry already coming out. A couple of extra TCs already for Cool as well. He's got plenty of resources to set himself up with the boom. Probably just going to use the cavalry to clean up the tool army in front of him. A couple of stables there. The slinger is going to be basically useless against the cavalry. Stone money not even in. There was a little wall that was, I guess, deleted by Cool there, just to let his villagers build that extra TC. Not that it's going to really matter. And all of Genie's Tool Age army goes down the drain. Genie looks like he's teching into, I suspect... I mean, it's always hard as the Shang actually in the Bronze Age against Carthaginians, because Carthaginian can just match any of your cavalry units with their stronger camels. So we'll probably see maybe Genie on the Shang trying to go camels as his own, but then Cool can just add in his camel if he wants to do that in response. Don't exactly know where these dudes are going. Not sure why we're going up here. But there are a few... Okay, there's bows being a bit of a nuisance. Actually managed to take out a few villagers after that tower went up, by the looks of it. And yeah, camels coming out from Genie. But like I said, Cool can just switch into his own camels. He's already got like the cavalry... Actually, he's missing a couple of cavalry upgrades. But it's very easy for Cool to just start making camels of his own. And those camels from the Carthaginians, I think it's 15% extra HP. Plus Carth get the free nobility when they build their government centre, wherever his government centre is. I'm trying to find it now. Is here somewhere? Oh, there it is. Right in the middle. For some reason I couldn't see that. Ooh. Oh, okay, just delete that storage pit to make way for another one. And yeah, gold mining coming in as well for Cool now. And yeah, 81 Vils to 40, yeah. Well, Vils just... Cool just had himself set up on those 3 TCs instantly, and he's been able to add in a few more. Yeah, Genie only just getting a second TC in now. And okay, he does actually wall up behind that house, but the market... These outer buildings might get taken down. Actually, that barracks never did get taken down by Genie. Not that it really matters too much at this point. But yeah, Genie just trying to add in the camels for the time being. And he might be able to take a good trade here. +4/+4 is in, I think. Yeah. Cool missing quite a few upgrades. But like I said, Cool, all he really needs to do now is add in camels of his own. And then Genie's probably going to be forced into making some sort of different unit. And there you can see 4 camel riders in queue already. Though Cool is going to need to get some more of the storage pit techs. I think a fully upgraded camel rider is still stronger than an upgraded Carthaginian camel rider. I'd have to run the test. There we go. The tech's coming in now. think 108 villagers. Yeah, he's just committing his food resources mostly to keep those villagers pumping. An absolute ridiculous boom from CooL. Double the eco. This is going to be very tough for Genie now. Still only on 2 CCs. And he's not even making vills at the moment. Pinched for food. Doesn't really have the resources available, even as the Shang with their cheaper vills. Nobility is coming in. Like I said, Carthaginians do get that for free, but yeah, so 166 health versus the 144. And yeah, final armor upgrade coming in as well now. I think CooL has basically everything he needs for this game. I think at this point Genie would, I don't know, maybe even have to go for like composite bowman at this point. Maybe hoplite, I guess, would actually probably the best idea, but then Carth just gets stronger hoplites as well. It's very tough to match into the Carthaginians with their very strong military units. Camels probably going to be able to clear up these bows, but of course camels will probably trade in. Yeah, so all the remnants of the Tool Age army goes down. Genie's probably scratching his head a little bit at this point, wondering what he can really do. A few loose camels off to the side, but I don't think that'll really make a difference to the outcome of the battle here. Academy is going down, so hoplites are going to be the choice. But again, I mean, CooL's already on it. CooL's already making those hoplites of his own. And again, just another unit from Carth that just has more HP. And yeah, I don't really know what the Shang can really answer with at this point. Maybe even priests. Maybe that's your last ditch effort. Yeah, it's going to be... Oh, actually, CooL already walling out. So laying claim to more of the map. Camels, are they going to get trapped in here? Not quite. There is one little hole. Although, that said, he's not decided to slip out there. He's just going to try and run around. Maybe just see if we can try and catch some loose villagers or some such. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, a whole flood of academies down. Iron Age coming in as well for CooL now. Excuse me, just a little sneeze there. Had to mute my microphone. And yeah, just cavalry. Not probably going to be able to do too much damage just yet. Yeah, I mean, CooL's just an absolute ridiculous macro play. And that early axes just giving him that little bit of an edge in the early game. A few villagers are going to get caught out here. James decides to actually focus down the TC. That did get deleted before it got destroyed. But yeah, again, the Carth infantry 120 HP, and these guys got 150, fully upgraded as well. So yeah, Carth doesn't get any trash units, but everything else that they do get is just very, very strong. And yeah, well, Genie's just going to be struggling to even match the military numbers here. I don't know if he'll just tap out as soon as CooL gets to Iron Age. Like, his base is still relatively well defended, but I think it's only really a matter of time. 48 hoplites already on the field. Has plenty of resources to get phalangite and all the storage upgrades in straight away. Oh, okay. I think he deleted the wall to try and get the villagers out, and the camels were just there ready. Has to delete another wall to try and defend. I don't know how many camels are we here. It's about slightly in favour of Genie, but again, Carthaginian camels probably make this fairly... Oh no, actually, okay, surprisingly that went a lot in favour of Genie. I'm a little bit surprised. Oh, it's because for some reason CooL ran 3 of them round there. And yeah, GG's just called instantly as soon as Iron Age comes in. Genie knows that he's done for. And yeah, it was just, like I said, CooL got his initial barracks just down where he needed to be. Genie's was out of place. Just 2 eco kills and a little bit of idle time. That gave CooL all the time in the world he needed to just set up his eco, go full boom. Where it wasn't even like, it wasn't brutal in the sense that like CooL just like absolutely pounded him submission. It was just that like, it just felt like Genie had no chance of winning at any point in this game. Because like, yeah, like Genie's base is, I mean, obviously it's been cracked into now, but yeah, just the full boom mode. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. That's got to be a little. Must have been a little bit disheartening for Genie when that happened in real time. But yeah, I guess we can finish off the series between CooL and Genie if people are interested in that. We did do game one. Game one went to CooL. AAA China Wall. Yeah, I guess we might as well finish off the CooL series. Let's have a look, see. So if I go back to OBS here, switch back to this one. To just finish off the replays from the Clash game between CooL and Genie. First game on Highland went to CooL. And let me go back to the draft so I can actually remember where I was. So we saw the Carthaginians against the Shank. CooL winning on Carth against Genie's Shank. Second map, 319. 219. Second map was Desert Ridge. And Genie went for the Persians. VNS.CooL on the Assyrians. Let's jump into that. So the old Desert Ridge, obviously a centre ridge with the dozens of elephants, 26 elephants on this map overall. So the Persian player can grab quite a few of these elephants. It's an absolute field day for them. The Assyrians with the faster Vil bonus, actually, faster Vil bonus is actually quite nice for exploring the ridge. House just going down for Genie there. It's actually going to spot a couple of his extra berry patches as well as one of his elephants, so not too bad for him there. Excuse me. So this was already 1-0 at this point. That's CooL one Highland. And CooL not really... Okay, sending out the villager now. And we're going to see... Maybe... Okay, it doesn't look like they will cross over with each other. Genie on course already to find one elephant. Might find the artifact as well. Okay, it actually is going towards the south. Wait, where did CooL's villager go? Why is it... Okay, looks like he's just looking for his personal elephant, and he is going to find the other one. One tile off, I'm sure he will find it. Genie drops aggro on the elephant. And unfortunately Genie has walked right down the centre and has missed that elephant by 3 tiles, that elephant by 1 tile, that by 1 tile, that one by 2 tiles. Oh, he does spot that one now. You kind of have to like zigzag across the ridge. The elephants tend to be like on the edges a lot, not very often like in the centre. Ooh, and is that... Wait, you saw that one? Didn't like the look of that elephant. Don't know what that elephant did wrong. So Genie took that one personally, whatever it was. Just gonna have a quick swig of my drink. Both players with a little bit of idle TC time. CooL finally steps up to the ridge. Is he even going to go for the elephants, or is this literally the forward villager? CooL doesn't give a damn. Oh no, maybe he does. Perhaps he does. Perhaps he doesn't. Who knows the inner machinations of the mind of VNS.CooL. House. House is the play. Write this down, boys and girls. Get on ridge, see elephant, house. Anyway. Genie's still not found his second original elephant. Or he's not even seen his zebra there as well. Storage pit getting up on this side. Not the best of storage pits, I would say. It's not going to be that efficient for too long. He's going to bring another elephant back from the ridge. And he's going to block it off with this other villager. Tool age is clicked in. CooL, looks like he's going for fast bronze. Interesting. And now he grabs another couple of elephants. So interesting plays by CooL. Maybe not really feeling like he has to play his game against Genie. Taking this game pretty chill. That said, Genie is coming forward with the villager now. 48 seconds idle for 20 vil uptime. Not the best, but not the worst either. The barracks going up defensively for CooL. Genie still doesn't quite have the wood for the barracks he does now. So CooL's barracks is going to go up first, despite Genie going up to the tool very slightly quicker. Not that much quicker. It's 40 seconds less idle TC time, so it's only going to be about 20 seconds difference. And Axe was cancelled there, as Clubber was clicked in instead. Genie has enough food to make more Clubbers than this. I'm not exactly sure why he's not adding in extras, unless he's just going straight into Slinger, perhaps. He is already collecting stone. Though, okay, he finds his other elephant, so maybe he's just going to add some walls in. CooL, at the meantime, he is just going to fully wall himself in, just going to go fast bronze. Market already coming up here. Wall isn't up just yet, so this Clubber is going to slip in. Although the Clubber did decide to hit the wall a little bit there. And is Genie just trying to camp this spot? Just about gets away with that. He needs to stand ground on that spot. Just press the stand ground button, Genie. Use the AOE2 buttons. Use the AOE2 buttons. It's a stance. You get an AOE2. Never mind, he's giving it up. Yeah, he lined himself up. Fast bronze. Went 23 vil to tool. Fully walled now. Didn't lose a villager. He may lose this one here, although it's an Assyrian villager. So Genie might be chasing this for some time. And I think CooL will be happy to play the price of a single villager to get up to a fairly safe bronze age. Archery range. Oh, there we go. It was in the Ring of Farms, and that's punishable by death. There we go. CooL thinks better of it. The Ring of Farms goes around here. Another elephant coming in. CooL could go on to the berries that he spotted outside the base as well if he wants to, instead of adding in farms at this point. Does have plenty of wood though. Genie gonna try and push his way through the archery range. A couple of bows just plinking away at the axeman though, which is just gonna go down. Genie does have a few slingers already. No stone mining him. And that's a third archery range coming up for CooL. wheel coming in, and it's going to be the Assyrian Chariot Archer. Always a menace once you do get to the Bronze Age with the Assyrians, if you're not against one of the stronger Chariot Archers at least. Well, I think probably CooL wouldn't go to bronze if Bob like tried to all in. So he'd probably cancel the bronze and just like make a few military units. But Genie's not. He did pressure a little bit with the axes, but didn't really. Never really threatened the eco. He did catch that one villager eventually that he went on a bit of a wild horse chase to try and kill. But now, yeah, the Syrian Chariot Archer's coming in. And Genie still a little bit over ways off getting to Bronze Age. Somehow, I think, yeah, CooL's just focusing down the market, so he's actually going to lose his slingers because he's not paying attention here. He's lost 2 slingers to 2 boatmen. Shouldn't really happen. And Genie kind of just trapping his own slingers here. Don't really know what the idea is. He's just going to lose these. Chariot Archers just having a bit of firing practice. A little bit sloppy by Genie. Genie is trying to set up a bit more of a forward position. Woodworking's coming in. Bronze Age not going to be able to click up actually, because he doesn't have the second building. Okay, that archery range is his second building. He's only building it with 1 villager though, so it's going to take a little while for that to come up. All this time that's delaying that Bronze Age. Meanwhile, Artisan ship already in. CooL. Not quite got the resources available to just keep pumping those Chariot Archers, but he is already up to 8. And there we go, the initial wave there. A little bit hard to spot in the yellow on the desert. But yeah, Bronze Age is finally clicked, but these Chariot Archers should be able to fairly easily punish it. It's just the last remnants of the Tool Age army going down for Genie. Look, the one actually does survive on 2 HP. But here we go. Villagers on the stone getting picked off. 2 already down. 1 on the outside. 1 villager caught on the outside is also going to go down as well. Defensive tower being dropped by Genie. CooL spots this though. A few villagers going to go down. Farmer's just about dodging away. Okay, does manage to snipe off that last villager and that one. And there goes another one. 7 villagers already. Tower does go up. CooL just going to focus down a house for now. And a few loose villagers here. I'm not exactly sure what they were trying to do. These gold miners? Oh, he had a gold. There we go. Storage pit on the gold there, yeah. But that got fortunately found by CooL. Crocodile going to turn around. So that's forward TC by CooL. A little bit BM. He has add in an extra couple, but GG's called. And yeah, Genie just his initial push didn't get enough done. CooL was just able to sit back and relax in that one, unfortunately. Had it all his own way. Not really forced into any compromised position, just got to Bronze Age fairly easily. Chariot Archers out, and that was lights out. So game 3 will be on Sahara. Just see if CooL closes out the series 3-0 or not. Obviously, CooL a very, very strong player. So it's always going to be a bit tough for Genie. Here we go. Oh. You don't have Yamato. Sorry, forgot pick. Doesn't matter. Play. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, Genie picks Yamato. Obviously, Yamato are a very good pick on this map. But Genie, I guess. When click yellow, just kick me out, then repick. But yeah, so yeah, CooL's picked a civ he doesn't have here, but I guess Genie probably just thinks maybe it doesn't matter what CooL picks, really. He's going to be in a bit of an uphill battle. That said, like I say, Yamato is one of the better civs on Sahara. Just because you always spawn quite a long way from your opponent, and the map is usually relatively open, which just makes the scout play much stronger on this particular map. And obviously Yamato, with the cheaper stable and cheaper scouts, one of the best at doing that. And CooL is not going to go to the centre of the map. I thought it was going to try and find the elephant in the middle. A couple of elephants there. There's a couple more there as well on the outer ring section. But sneaky villager coming forward. It's quite early. And that house is in the ring of farms, punishable by death. Anyway. Yeah, this villager is forward very early. I guess maybe just CooL, just trying to make sure he actually finds his opponent. So like I said, Sahara can be a little bit weird with your where you spawn. It's sometimes a little bit difficult to actually find your opponent on this map. So yeah, CooL just getting out there nice and early to get the exploration in. Genie is pushing his gazelle towards that wood line there, which suggests to me that storage pit will be going down in the vicinity in the near future. Setting that up, unfortunately, that gazelle had other ideas. Gone a little bit on by itself. And that's the classic. Is that one tile? That is one tile, ladies and gentlemen. Might spot it on the way back. Yeah, you should spot it now on the way back. So all is not lost. Fear not, for the elephant shall be found. Or not. Okay, he does find it. Where is that sneakyville? There he is. Oh, and Genie spotted it. But CooL does, at the very least, know where his opponent is now. And the second villager coming forward now. No risks taken by CooL here. Just gonna let these guys chase each other to the end of time. Oh, interesting. He blocked with the artifact. Could have used that artifact a little bit for more explanation, but chose to block the villager with it. Just stop the chase. But yeah, second villager coming forward now, and this will be the painter. And like I said, CooL obviously knows exactly where his opponent is now. Both players with quite a bit of idle TC time on the way up. Obviously CooL was kind of essentially a villager down, as it was just exploring the map that entire time. But he is going to be able to get this barracks down right in his opponent's face. It'll be interesting to see how forward he dares to go. Maybe barracks just on the tip of the hill there would be quite nice, just so it is on the high ground and he doesn't have to fight his way up. Decides to go a little bit safer and goes on the bottom ground here, where he's less likely to be spotted though. Playing by the numbers here. In fact, he's kept this other villager forward as well. So this might try and sneak around the back and put an archery range up or something like that. Or maybe he just tries to distract with this villager, potentially. Either way. Yeah, Genie still no barracks. Only just resources now. Barracks is a little bit out of position. He's just trying to rush it up with nearby villages. This means the clubbers can have Route 1 straight into the base. Small wall research straight away by CooL, and I guess he will gradually start trying to wall his base up. And Genie's going to try and wall up, but now he's going to see the barracks is there. It's actually a stable. Okay, interesting. I guess does make sense for Yamato, like I said earlier. Just normally when it's this close in, normally feel like it could have just gone for the bows, but I guess the scouts can chase down any fleeing villagers. And looks like CooL just wants to stamp this one out pretty quickly and just try and bring it to a 3-0. Genie is going for the little walls on his wood line though. Though a couple of villagers a little bit trapped in there just because there's a little bit of pile up. Initial clubber goes down. Scout's going to be able to do some damage. As Genie does have needle working in. So single scout's not going to be able to do too much. Second scout does come in. Genie focusing that down with a big group of villagers though. And Genie does have a decent amount of food to work with. Axe upgrade is now in, so he's going to try and fend off the scouts. But he now has 0 villagers on food. Like I said, he did spot the berries on here, and in fact he's going to the berries on this side with the granary. But it's always a little bit difficult when you've got scouts running around your base. Villagers do jump out, get a few good hits in. Still no actual eco kills. And now the archery range has been added by CooL. So the axe is going to be a little bit in trouble now. And yeah, Genie does try to add in a couple of slingers at this point. It's just a little bit awkward. Scouts with their maneuverability, bows with their range. Yeah, like I said, I think CooL's just like trying to stamp this game out. Felt like the second game he was just playing it calm and collective, and this game he was just like, no, let's get this done with. Bows are going to be able to just, yeah, just perfect unit control here by CooL. Villagers are going to come out, try and punish the bows. CooL's ready to micro them away. Scouts in, and yeah, GG's called. And that was masterfully done by CooL there. There wasn't really too much. I mean, like I said, maybe you could have got that barracks up a little bit earlier and a little bit more of a better position. But like I said, CooL spent that time, bring that villager forward just to find out exactly where his opponent was. Make sure the barracks was right where it needed to be. And unfortunately, Genie a little bit outmatched in this particular game. But GG's nonetheless. And CooL will advance on to the next round of the Clash Contenders, which I think is a little bit to be expected. As I said, he's our first seed in the tournament. And we will see him face off against his next opponent, which I'm not actually sure exactly who it is. We'll have a quick look at the winner's bracket to have a look and see. Thank you, Darko. I just saw your message in the chat if you are viewing. Thank you again for your donations. They're much appreciated. Yeah, and Scouts and Yamato just so happened to be the best Civ for that. Like I said, Yamato wasn't actually a Civ CooL had in his draft there. But like I said, I think GD kind of just like, I'm a bit of an underdog here either way, so you just let CooL get away with it. But like Genie should have just called a really, but I think he just decided that he just wanted to get the series over and done with. Yeah, he did. He said it at the start. Genie pointed it out right at the start of the game, and Genie just said to play on. So yeah, Genie allowed it. It just so happened, like I said, Yamato is just like pretty much the best Civ on that map. So it's a bit like, let me have a look. See, like I said, I was trying to find the bracket. Yep. One of the best scout rushes in the game with one of the best bow followers up in the game as well. Clash. What am I trying to do? Bracket, that's the one I want. I'll show you my bracket in a minute, lad. Right, so close your eyes, boys and girls, if you don't want any spoilers, because I'm going to do a lot of spoiling. In fact, you probably want to shut your ears, is the other thing as well. So, advancing on to the winners' semi-finals is going to be CooL, Mini Yeti, Unrestricted, and Say My Name. So CooL will be playing against Mini Yeti. Mini Yeti did 3-0 Vertex, but did struggle a little bit against Bob in the game. The game against Bob, just to prevent any confusion, that was a Rise of the Ancients League game. And Vertex was playing a little bit sloppy in that series. But yeah, I think, well, anyone that faces CooL always has their work cut out for them. So we'll see if Mini Yeti can step up to the table there. Unrestricted versus Say My Name. I feel like I've not seen you Unrestricted play Say My Name. I know in the 1v1 tournament all the way back in the day they were on different sides of the bracket, so they didn't face off. I guess... And yeah, you didn't play in the Centurion division last season where Say My Name was playing either. So I'm actually quite interested to see how these guys match up. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think I have seen you play him. I think Say My Name is a very strong player as well. You're playing against Bob, that'll be the real test. Who cares about CooL and Say My Name when you got Bob to really show everyone what they're made of. Oh, you did play him early, didn't you? No, I did, yeah. I completely forgot. But yeah, in the bottom side of the bracket, we do have Nightmare Alicog to play their game. And then we can get this round of losers going. I think a few of these matchups are already... Let me just check. I think a few of them are already scheduled. Clash upcoming, let me check. So Jeshi against Daniels is actually tomorrow at 18 GMT tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure if I might be able to cast that one. I'll just have to make sure I'm home in time for that one after work. That one, we might be, for food, I might just have to slam a pizza in the oven for that one. Maybe have it later. I normally get home at about 17 GMT, yeah, but then I like maybe like 17:30 GMT is normally when I get back, and then I normally make food. I can do that. I can still cast that series and maybe just have something after to eat for that one. It's just, yeah, if it's any earlier than 18 GMT, I can't really do that one. Okay, Videra, GT, and KT finally scheduled their game for 17 GMT on Wednesday, and I definitely can't cast that one because I'm busy all Wednesday evenings anyway. So someone else will have to fill the casting shoes for that game. And okay, as well, Alicog versus Nightmare is actually going to be happening at 3 GMT, technically tomorrow morning, which I will definitely not be awake for, as that is 4 AM in the morning in the UK. I don't know if Unrez will be staying up late to potentially cast that one. I think that might be a cast from replays game, as I will not be awake at 4 AM this morning. Yeah, no, that's fair. Okay, I think that one, so yeah, Alicog versus Nightmare, that's probably going to have to be casted from replays. So I might be able to catch that one up late in the week. I will be playing my first Rise of the Ancients Season 4 game on Thursday. Yeah, Alicog's a new player. He came in that last wave of people that signed up for the tournament right at the end. But yeah, on Thursday I do have my first Rise of the Ancients game. I don't know if I'll be streaming that myself or exactly what will be going on there. I'm playing against Popeye, who is slightly stronger than me, but I'm going to give it a good shake of the dice. I can maybe do... Oh, you mean delay... Wait, sorry, what time did you say? So you're playing Bob 17 GMT. Okay, yeah. I mean, if you do it a little bit later, that'll give me time to like have food and stuff and get ready for the class. So that would help me a little bit, yeah. If you guys don't mind, and then I can be ready to cast that live. Have food before, so I'm not hungry. Though that does mean your Rise of the Ancients game is going to overlap a little bit with Jesse against Daniels. I can maybe do the replays of that after doing your game. We'll catch up to it. We'll see how that goes, actually. It depends how we end up going that day. Like I said, there's a lot of games to cast at the moment. I think, like, once we get through more of the losers bracket and there's like a few less people in this tournament, and most of the games cast will go back to being the Rise of the Ancients cast and stuff, there won't be as many games going on at the same time. It's just a bit of a jam-packed schedule with the league and the knockout tournaments happening at kind of the same time. But anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there for this evening myself. And I will pass you on to whoever is still streaming. I think there are a couple of people streaming. KT is still streaming, so I guess I'll probably send you over to him. Looks like he's just playing some team games at the moment. So if anyone wants to join in with team games with him, or even make an overlobby, can maybe join in with those after the next game's done. Yep, no worries, Carver. Thank you for everyone that's come along. And yeah, I'll get the raid going. Where's the raid button? Raid channel. Although I kind of imagine that half the people that are in the channel here are probably sat in KT's lobby as well. Not lobby, sorry, his channel as well. But I'll do a little raid anyway. So, yeah, KT_AOE. And I will see you guys when I get home from work tomorrow. So it'll be like, yeah, 17:30 GMT. Oh no, 18:30 GMT or whenever Unrest said his game was happening. See you guys later. Bye bye.